Hi, I'd like to welcome you back. It's Doreen Velin and on YouTube, and I want to do a little bit something different today. Just a real quick little thing on sketching. I find that a lot of people are intimidated by paint, or they don't even want to buy paints or get invested with paints. So instead, we usually have a pencil in the house and a piece of paper, especially the nice paper now that you have on your printer machines. They're pretty good, nice depth of paper. So it's really handy to be able to sketch. So you can do this anywhere. You can get on a boat, you can get on a train, you can get on a bus, and you can sketch away. And it's just so much nice. It's just you can go into the bush even and be in a nice log cabin around a nice cozy fire and get a pencil. So we're going to do that today. It's something I do when I go traveling. It's easy. You don't have to take anything, especially with carry-on nowadays and not being able to take luggage and check it. I just have a little book. Now, these were little acid-free books that they had in the dollar store years ago. And they're acid-free paper like this, little sketch books. I'm not sure if they have many more. I've seen one lately, but it was a bit bigger. But this is a nice size. If you can find them, get a few of them because they're great. They probably have them at the at Michael's or at the art store. But I find I like it. I color or use pencil on one side, and I use the other side for journaling. So it works really well because you don't want to draw on two sides. You'll get smudging over here. So just do one side only. So this is the sample I'm going to do today, and it's on rocks. And I had a hard time with rocks. I really had a hard time painting them. So what I did was I thought, well, I'm going to try drawing them first and sketching them. And it seems to work doing that first. It just gets you into the shadows and the depths and how you get behind one rock and into another rock. And you have to kind of visualize those rocks tumbled on top of each other. So it did help me to do it by pencil first. So this is the one I'm going to use today. I'll show you some of my first ones, my not very good ones. This is one I did, the very, very first one I did. And that was at Sea Shelter. That was Secret Cove, I think. And this was in Newcastle because we had a sailboat. So we're always, that's a little outside, it's that sideways there. That's that one. And this one's just a little boat coming into harbor. I just scratching. See, I just took a pencil and just scratched it. Okay. This is, oh, that's pen and ink. We'll do that another day. So this is the one we're going to do today. We'll do this one. So I got to get something heavy here to hold on that. So first of all, when you look at your pencils, you can use ordinary pencils. They have graphite ones now in the Dollarama. They're in packages. They could say graphite. They're a bit harder than lead. And then you have charcoal. I personally don't like charcoal. I'll show you what it does. It smudges way too easy for me. So it's like charcoal. So if you can be smart and always go from top to bottom, so you're not rubbing down here your past work, fine, charcoal's good. You can get the real black out of it. This one here are drawing pencils, and they go from 4B or 6 or 4B right up to D to H's. I just use the B's because they're nice and soft. So this one, so we draw like this on the edge. I push my finger on the edge. Say I want to do a tree. I'm going to press on the outside edge like that. Get as black as I can. Okay, that's my shadow side of the tree. Now I'm going to come away from that shadow. You can turn your paper. And I'm going to put my finger on that pencil. And now I'm just going to go slowly down. Now what I'm trying to do, you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get rid of that line. It's a bit fussy because it's a line there. See that line? I don't want it. So I press a bit harder until I get it slowly lighter. Do you remember one of my very first videos? We did the scale. I did the scale with those two ladies. If you want to go back and look at that, we went from black to white. And we did 6 squares. Graduating from black to less to finally white. That's what you're doing here. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing this tree, and I'm doing it a bit darker and slowly lighter. Darker, I don't want a line. Gradual, 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 soft, soft, soft. Now lighter, lighter, lighter. And go over it. No, just hardly press. I'm hardly pressing right now, but I'm going over and over it till I finally find it's got that graduated look. There it is. It's getting darker. See that? I need that a little bit darker in there. Now I can go lighter. Now into white. Okay, now I turned over. Go to the other side of the tree. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Dark as I can get on the edge. If you look at something, if you want 3D on anything, even this book, there's a dark edge. When you see something like rounded, okay, let's do this pencil. Let's see. I can't really see a dark edge on this because I got light behind it. But if you look at something, there's a shadow here. I can see a shadow, but I don't know if you guys can see it. But there's a dark shadow on the outside and the dark on the side. So when you have something we want to see on a 2D or 1D surface, which this is, and you want it to be kind of 3D, then you look at a tumbler or anything rounded, and your outside edge is always darker, darker, and then you go lightly, 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 and your front, of course, is facing the light, so it's very, very light. You can even do it almost white. So that's what we're doing. And so I'm trying to make this look round. And I'll do this surface here. It'll be against the light. So this one isn't quite so dark. And this one's really dark. So this is your cool side. This is your shadow. Very important shadows in pencil, way more important than doing acrylics. Your shadows are very, very important because that's what gives you the depth. And it's so nice, it's so easy to carry a pencil. You can go wherever you want. Make sure you take a sharpener with you though, because I once forgot to bring my sharpener. I never got to draw again. But I remember being in Hanoi one day and we walked around the big lake in Hanoi in Vietnam. And here are these little kids, all these school kids are sitting there with their teacher, and they all had a pencil and paper. And they were drawing the big, whatever it is in the middle of that lake in Hoi An. And it was so cool because I had mine with me. And I said, "Can I join you?" And he went, "Oh, okay." And he couldn't really speak English. And it was really cool because we just drew together. And those are special moments. Those are special moments. You know, you can look at all the bridges and the museums and the churches and the everything else when you go from town to town as a tourist. But you know what? That moment means way more to me. It's connection. It's connecting to the people. Let your heart just show. Bring out your heart. Just commune with people. And it's really cool. And I'm getting this really slowly lighter. I'm trying to get it lighter. See, I'm darkening this because it wasn't dark enough. Okay, I'm just going over and over and over and over it till I get it more graduated, like a graduation. That's it there. I'm just gonna really, really press on this one. Get this outer edge here. This kind of wrecks it here. I got the little thing here. Got to get rid of that. Okay. There we go. So, does that look? If you look at it, squint a little bit, it looks round. So let's do a rock. So if I was doing a rock, again, I always use my pencil like this. Don't use it like a drawing pencil. And I'm going to do the outside edge of that rock. I can do it in charcoal. Let's try charcoal. Okay, and I do a rock here. Okay, and then I'm going to put another rock in front of it. So I draw my rock first. Okay, but this rock here is light because it gets the sun. This rock here, out edge, gets the sun. So this is really, really, really light. I don't know if I can do this charcoal. I don't really like charcoal. Oh, I don't like charcoal. I'm gonna use a pencil. Okay, and then the shadow gets big down here. So this shadow here, this has to be darker against here like this. Darkest against this line, because that's where your shadow is, right? Your shadow's deep down inside there, like that. Here's your shadow, and it's going to slowly come up to the light. Slowly, slowly, slowly come up to the light. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Don't have an edge. Take that, see that line? Got to keep going over here like that so I don't get that line. That's it. Get rid of the line. Okay. Get rid of that line. And make sure you follow the lines of the rock. Like the rock is rounded, so try to keep your pencil going in that direction. It just seems to work better when you have that rounded texture. Now, let's do the shadow up a little bit higher. It's going to be really deep down here. This is going to be really, 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 really deep down here. There we go. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. I don't have it with me. I just have to get up from the chair here and show you my little trick that you have to have with you. Now, there is a special, I forget what it's called, a stump. I think it's called a stump. And it's a rolled piece of paper. You can use, you can have shadows on this. See, it's got a shadow. You can have a shadow in here. It doesn't have to be perfectly around this rock. Okay, you can come down like this a bit. It's going to go lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, I found this thing now. Usually you get like a pencil. It's like a gray thing, and it's paper, and it's pointed at the end. You can get them at the Michael's or at the paint store. And it's to smoothen your lines out. I found these work great. They're packages of, they're in the cosmetic aisle in dollar store, and they're kind of like little sponges. I think they're makeup sponges, and they work great. I'll just show you what this is going to do. It's like magic. Watch this tree now. I just rub it. Watch this, all these lines go. Look what happens to them. And I've got a little bit left over now of charcoal. I can go like this. And I can put some mountains, clouds in here. See, I have a little bit of gray. Got a little bit left over, and I can use it. Look at that. So that's how you do it. It's really simple. And the grasses, of course, the grasses you want to use really black. You have to really use your tip then. And the grasses are coming out like that. From behind the rocks. Use your tip and really press hard. There. That's bush rock. And then the next one you do the same. So the next one I'm going to do light on the top, and then slowly get down to the black on the bottom. Like that. Then slowly, slowly come up. So that's how you get your shadows. And look, watch, I'm going to use my special little sponge now. Look at the sponge. Look how that just took all those lines away. Look at that. Made a beautiful shadow. Isn't that cool? It's so easy. And you can carry it anywhere you go. Have fun. Thank you very much for joining us today. This is Process Art Discovery. I want to make sure you subscribe to that button because we got lots of new stuff happening, lots of new techniques, painting, drawing, sketching, pen and ink, anything you want. We're with you.